memory. Advanced designs buried in forbidden history. Monoliths of power leapt off the maps. Underground sparks ignite when I lift the raps. Where the truth decays, decode the signs they bury in the haze. Underneath the veil we claim our legacy. Wake up from the dream, break the matrix energy. Sip the brew to break the mind's camouflage. Ayahuasca visions flip the program at large. I see ancient temples on another plane. Pyramids align with lasers in my brain. Minds reconnect, dimensions intertwine. Plant codes unlock the doors inside the divine. Reality bends when the rhythm guides the soul. With fragments of the past seeking to be whole. Where the truth decays, decode the signs they bury in the haze. Underneath the veil we claim our legacy. Wake up from the dream, break the matrix energy. Mind expanding visions calling through the dark. Neon glyphs and laser marks. Lost civilization singing in the stars. Plant medicine healing all our scars. Peel back the layers, see what's underneath. Question everything. Oi Nomás.
Welcome to Oi Nomás Podcast Live, where we will react to videos, talk about current trending events, and possibly one or two conspiracies. So let's sit back, relax, and let's chat.
Oi Nomás!
And we are live. What's going on, Julie Cakes? As soon as I turned on the camera, I saw your comments. So welcome, Julie Cakes, to the stream. Hopefully you're able to see, bro, the custom emojis. Do you mind commenting one of the custom emojis? I don't know if you're able to see them, bro, but thank you for joining. I see you, Turkey. But yeah, long story short, or to begin the stream, happy Sunday, happy Memorial Day weekend. We're here once again on the live stream. Can't believe we're already in 44 streams so far. But yeah, super excited for this one. What the heck? I'm getting a call from... Should we answer? I don't know who's calling. Let me see. Yes, hello?
Hey, my man, how you doing?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. What you up to, my man? How your day going?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually doing a live stream. Did you see the number on the podcast by any chance?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I was calling up.
That's what's up. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Georgetown.
Oh, that's what's up. Have you ever seen any of the streams before, by any chance, or any of the content through social media or anything like that?
Yeah. I usually put up my butt when I watch.
Oh, okay, for sure. Go ahead and send me the picture. So, man, man, I'm telling you. Okay, so I see the I think I see the comments. So somebody called from once again. It's one of those things that I get random people through the YouTube, but I'm streaming vertically, right? So at times when I'm doing the vertical stream, I'll get a couple of trolls here and there. And once again, I ended up getting one of those. Eventually, the number here, I'm gonna end up changing it, and it will only be for the members only. But as of right now, I'm just gonna leave it for anybody here, public. But eventually, I will be changing the number, and it will only be for the members. So yeah, so we got a troll calling in. Yeah, but I do see the comments coming in. I do see a couple of people joining in right now. Okay, yeah, I think I do see your comments too, Julie. I'm not sure if they're actually popping up on the. For some reason, I'm not seeing them. Oh, it's because you're on the other stream. Let me check this out. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I do see the comments that are the custom emojis, bro. So I do see them. For some reason, they don't pop up on screen, so I need to fix that. But yeah, long story short, like I said, I just want to say that right now I'm currently building the members. I think we're up to 4 or 5 members here for the stream, and eventually I think the goal is either 8 or 10. Let's go with 10, and then eventually once I get 10, it will only be the members that will have the number to call in. For right now, I'm just gonna leave it for now, but eventually I will be changing the number. But yeah, with that being said, I think we're pretty much ready to start tonight's stream. And like always, in case you guys do have any videos that you guys want to send, any links, so feel free to send them to this number, tag me on Instagram, so on and so forth. We also do have a Discord in the description, so in case you want to send videos there for the community, feel free to go ahead and do so. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and begin with the first video here that we're going to be reacting to and starting tonight's stream. So the first video that I wanted to get into, it's crazy when I first saw this one, right? But who knows if there's any laws against this. But I saw this just recently this past week, and it was pretty interesting. And I hadn't really thought about using AI as an attorney, but it just so happens that this person that, for some reason, I can't join. Oh, what happened here? Let me see. Sorry, this thing is freaking, it froze up on me for whatever reason. Oh man. So first, sorry about that. First we had a troll call in. Now my freaking, my notes are not working. Just 1 second. 1 second. No. What's going on? Let's see. That's the problem about going live, right? Not everything is 100% certain. Everything's going to be working out. But man, for some reason, this thing is not popping up. So I have notes here with links and all that. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, they're not popping up on this side, but okay, we're getting ready to start this. So I personally had never thought of like using AI as an attorney, right? In like just in a real life experience, but it so happens that this person ended up getting stopped at some sort of traffic stop. Maybe he ran a stop sign or whatnot, and this man ended up using AI as his attorney. So the way that the cops ended up attending this and reacting to this man using AI, it wasn't the best way. I think people are still getting used to AI, right? But yeah, let's go ahead and watch this video, and then we'll jump into the comments and see if you guys have any thoughts about this one. So man uses AI as an attorney for a traffic stop.
Okay, here's your 5 summonses.
5 summons?
5 summons.
Grok, I just got pulled over by the cops. You are now my legal attorney, okay?
Got it. I'm
attorney. Keep your hands on the wheel, stay calm, and say nothing. 2 officers,
Hey.
no problem.
See
Same
license,
rule.
registration, insurance card? What is this?
This is a traffic stop. They're probably going to ask for your license, registration, and insurance.
What's the rush?
You stay silent. I've got this. Officer, my client is invoking their right to remain silent. We won't be answering
That's not
any
an
questions.
attorney, that's
What's
AI.
the reason for the stop?
So the police officer right there said, "This is not an attorney. This is AI." All right. So, and we'll jump into our thought process for this statement right here.
Okay.
Officer, my client is invoking their right to remain silent and has asked for legal counsel. I'm their attorney. What's the reason for the stop?
Let me see your registration and insurance card.
Please state the reason for the stop.
Let me see your registration and insurance card. I pulled you over because you went through a red light and you...
Okay, so obviously the AI was giving directions to the police officer, and the police officer disregarded every single thing that the AI was telling the officer.
Speeding. So just give me a few minutes.
Tough break.
Alright, Mr. Porter, here's your paperwork back. Next time you have to give me the right registration that doesn't go to this car. Okay. Here's your 5 summonses.
Okay, so was that the end of the video? Let me see.
5 summonses.
Grok, I just got pulled over by
Okay, yeah. So that was the end of the video. So the part that I was kind of shocked that the officer stated was, "This is not an attorney. This is AI." However, which he's right, but it doesn't mean that the AI itself, it's not actually stating what the law entails. So even though it is AI and it's not an legal attorney, he's still pretty much, the AI is giving proper knowledge of the law, but the police officer disregarded everything that the AI stated, right? So I really want to follow up to see what the end result was for this case in specific, but let's go ahead and dive into the comments right now and see what it was stating. So some of the first comments that said here is, "You and ChatGPT said you stay silent. I got this." I can't see the sticker for whatever reason. My client is invoking their right to remain silent. So, I mean, that's everything. I mean, so far right there, it's still legal, right? The legal advice that AI is giving. She's trying her best, and they are ignoring her. Exactly what we stated. That AI got you 5 summons, but I don't know. I don't understand why though. What summons 5 cases? He has to attend court for his traffic violations. It's the official way to say. It's the official way to say traffic ticket. Yeah, tough break. Okay, so yeah, the AI did say tough break. So I'm very, very curious to what eventually the rules and the, I guess, legal disclosure is going to be later on, right? When AI indeed can help you with traffic stops. I mean, it's already taking so many different job requirements when it comes down to like different businesses, like where I personally work at, right? It's being used for, right, to implement different ideas. Let's say they're encouraging people to use AI as much as possible, right? In case you need help, maybe like typing an email, maybe dropping a document and reading the legal documents. So we're already using it. So why isn't the people of the community, why wouldn't we be able to use AI for a traffic stop, right? So I think eventually, and if it's already happening, I think sooner than later, there's going to be some rules and stuff, because technically we can have a lawyer on hand at any time, right? Who else is going to know the law better than AI that has all the freaking documents ready to pull out and get the knowledge from right there. Many officers, not many, right? But I've seen a lot of videos that officers actually at times they violate the law. From what I've seen, that's my opinion. Not every single officer does that, but I have seen that in the past. So very, very interesting on what, changes are going to be happening with the law, with new updates with AI and technology. All risk, no reward. But I don't see why there should have been any risk with this. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Last time I checked, AI stands for Attorney Intelligence. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So very, very interesting on what this case is going to be. Maybe this person posted some updates. Let me go ahead and go to their page. Yeah, there's no updates for this. Yeah, but yeah, if you guys ever have gone or experienced anything like this, maybe you guys want to go ahead and pull out your phone and use AI and let us know how that goes. But yeah, so that's insane. Technology is changing. And I think I mentioned, right, that we're being encouraged to use AI at work. But man, I was so mad when the person that was kind of guiding us on how to prompt AI for work, and the first thing that they said is, don't worry about what everything is being said online, that the robots are going to take over. That's all just conspiracies. And I really wanted to like unmute myself from the Zoom meeting, and I wanted to tell them, like, bro, like I literally use AI to create my show notes after the stream. So what I do after the streams, I take my transcript and I upload it to ChatGPT, and it'll literally give me all my show notes. Also create a lot of the thumbnails for me. So it's already taking a lot of people's job, right? Not only in content creating and artwork, there's so many people losing their jobs to AI. So, but I really think that they prompted this guy to say that, because otherwise, if people or the people at work that are using this AI, they would be discouraged to use it. But as of right now, they need the people to use AI more, so it can continue learning more and more out of like the things that we use it for. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, right? So yeah, who knows, man? I think all the movies in the past have told us what's going to happen here in the near future, I would say. And here, the next clip that I did wanted to get into is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that lady from the airplane, the one that said, that motherfucker is not real, right? Well, not sure how long ago this interview was, right? So I caught this interview that she was giving to some sort of news outlet. So we're going to take a look into that. But first, in case you haven't heard of that, or just as a refresher, let's go ahead and watch the first clip of the lady, the airplane lady. So this is the airplane lady, and this clip in specific shows the 3 different angles that people recorded in the airplane.
Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it.
Okay, so one of the things before we get into it, so one of the things that people said that this video might be staged, or this is like some sort of hidden in plain sight, right? Was that the lady here, you can see the way she's signaling. She's actually using 2 fingers in each hand, and they say that that's symbolism for the Baphomet. So right there, they're saying that there might be some sort of maybe this was all acted out or whatnot, but people started debating that online.
Or they cannot believe it.
Just because it's not a normal way for a person to be pointing or a hand gesture.
I don't give 2 fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Who became distraught when she realized she was supposedly sitting next to a shapeshifter.
Hey, stop the fucking plane. Stop the plane! Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, so the thing is that I think I hadn't seen this clip before, right? The only thing that gets me mad is that nobody ever recorded in this plane. They all recorded her, right? But even when she said that mother effer is not real, nobody recorded the person that she was referring to. At least so far in the first clip, and now in the second clip, I don't think they show it. But nothing online I've seen of who she was talking about. Okay, so I don't think they're going to show anything. Let me go ahead and fast forward this. So you see right there, even when she's pointing, nobody's recording to the person. So it's kind of odd that nobody would record that person that she said that nobody, that he wasn't real. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead in the comments and then we'll get into the interview. That there's more additional conspiracies behind that one. So the first comment that I see here is at the very beginning, she was giving the Baphomet signs with her hands, exactly what we just pointed out, right? With 1,300 likes, so let me see how many replies. So you're reaching hard. Let me see, what's this? Yeah, what's this right here? Look at him. Is that? No, that's what the heck? Is that the person? Nah, that can't be right. I think that looks like some sort of luggage or something. You guys can see him. Hold on. So that's what people are referring to, but I think that looks to be like some sort of luggage or something. But here, let's continue going into the comments. Yeah, so yeah, nobody has pics or videos of the person. Yeah, exactly. Shapeshifter, the fear in her voice. So the fear itself did sound to be like she was actually in some sort of distraught. Everyone on the plane, did you notice that she waited until she was a safe distance before saying anything about him not being real? She was terrified. My question is, what actually happened to the plane? I never heard anything about the flight or plane, let alone flight number after seeing the whole situation. If anybody has an answer, please tell me. So that's something that I didn't know. It almost seemed like she said, stop the plane. So I didn't know whether if it was actually running or if it was actually running or if it was already like in flight. But yeah, this person is right. Like I never really heard of what actually happened to all the people and the people in the plane. I never heard interviews of any of these people. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch the interview that she gave, which is kind of like odd. And there's additional conspiracies with that one. So let's go ahead and pull that one up. If you guys have seen any other videos, please also do let me know, because I think these are the only clips that I was able to pull out from this incident.
What did you see?
I did not see anything.
You didn't see anything?
No, I wish I did. It would have been a way better story.
So right here, the comment, I think this coming from that one original clip, and it's saying that, see what happens to me after this. They unalived her and made an AI version of her on Instagram. So they're saying that this person is not the same lady from the airplane.
You didn't see anything, then what were you saying that mother effer isn't real?
Yeah, the language. I've been working on that. It was talking to a specific person that I had an altercation with. It was just a figure of speech. Not a good one. But when you're worked up and you're spiraling out of control, you're not really like thinking your words clearly through.
Oh, trust me, I know exactly what you're talking about. I never think through what I say. Probably should. So there was an altercation with a gentleman?
Yes.
And what did the gentleman do?
Legally, I can't get into all of those details.
Oh, are you suing the gentleman?
No.
Is he suing you?
No, but it is not advised to be talked about.
Okay, so it's something we can't talk about.
Yes.
But he's a bad guy.
I don't know him personally.
You don't know him personally, but he did a bad thing.
Yeah, that makes no
an
sense.
Altercation that I felt really uncomfortable in the situation, and I needed to depart the plane.
So let me guess, he was either hitting on you or he was putting his seat back really, really far.
Yeah, this whole interview seems odd, right? Like they're trying to make it into a joke, and then she supposedly says that she legally can't say anything about this case, but yet again, like it's already posted out there. And then if I don't know, it seems like it's almost like a made up interview to kind of like end this case, but super weird.
Exactly. There's no leg room. I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Well, I'm glad everything's all right. Do you now go to the airport and everyone says, that's the plane lady?
Oh, man. It didn't happen today. I think people kind of like talk, but there's only been a couple scenarios where people come up and ask. So I'm thankful.
That's because you're wearing a different outfit. If you wear the same outfit,
well, and supposedly I look different every single time, so I think it keep people guessing.
When you see yourself, I mean, you really had your finger out there, Tiff.
No, it was it was.
What do you think when you see that? What do you think?
Well,
and you had the little move, you had the thing
I
going.
also didn't know I pointed with 2 fingers. Like, I had no.
Okay, so that's the thing. So I think that if it is a made up interview, right, she might be trying to clarify that. Oh, it was just it came out of nowhere, right? But it's not a very common hand gesture that people would do. So I think they're trying to clarify it or trying to like make sense out of it. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things that people pointed out.
Clue, but I guess I would be a really great flight attendant because I had that down pat.
Okay, Tiffany, she's announcing here she's going to be a flight attendant.
No.
All right, well, thank you very much. It's very nice to meet you.
To meet you.
All right.
So even Donald Trump commented on this, I guess. So based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to the alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and unidentified flying objects, and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. Yeah, that's super weird. Maybe they're just trying to get like always they're trying to kind of get the people ready for what's coming possibly. So who knows? Let's see what the comments are stating with this one. She did as a okay, so they're saying that she did as above, so below the symbolism. So pretty much like one finger, 2 fingers up, the other one's down. This ain't the same girl. No one believes this interview. Nope. Her reaction on that plane was genuine fear. She definitely saw something shapeshift. Yeah. So I personally think she did, right? If this whole incident was real, and then they're probably using an actor for these interviews now, right? So just to try to clarify it or trying to diminish this incident that happened. They had a talk with her. Yeah, if it is even her, right? Oh, you know what? There was actually other videos that I saw that supposedly she had come out with an Instagram post or some sort of social media post, and that came supposedly from her. But when they tracked that post, where it came from, I think it was coming from the White House, something along those lines. Don't quote me on that, but I have seen posts that do refer to that. Yeah, exactly. So why bring her if there's no info? Yeah, she didn't really clarify anything at all because she said she couldn't really speak on it. So why even freaking do the interview if you can't talk about it? This is even more strange than the original video. Yeah, I agree. So super weird, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I don't know how old that interview was, but it was the first time that I see that interview. And those 2 or 3 other clips from the incident. Once again, nobody recorded the person that she was referring to, and then nobody in the plane ever recorded the person, or there was no follow-ups. Oh, I was in that plane, this happened, and nothing of that sort. It was just kind of like one of those lost cases that just stayed as that, and that was it. So let me go ahead and watch the other clip. I do have a couple notes, and I started this live a little bit rough. The person calling in, then my freaking computer. One of my monitors, I have like 3 monitors in front of me, and one of them kind of froze on me right now. But we're getting through it. We're getting through it. Okay, so the next one is kind of not really in conspiracy terms, but I had never seen this when it comes down to the. I think, man, nature itself, it's so crazy, right? And just there's beauty even in the smallest creatures, insects, right? Everything has like geometrical shapes. Everything, the way that every animal like has to hunt down their prey in order to like help nature, right? For like, let's say birds that eat seeds, and then it just causes a domino effect to give fruits, so on and so forth. But this video that I saw, I think it was even today, it was of these 2 eagles. They were just in the sky spinning around each other, and I think from what I saw in the video, they mentioned I could tell these eagles were about to do the death spiral, and I had never heard of this term before. Check this out. That's freaking crazy. Look at that. I had never seen that before. So I think they call it the death spiral, like this video is mentioning right here, and it's freaking insane. Like I was like, okay, are they trying to like unalive each other, or both of them are just deciding to do this? But apparently there's more to it, and it has to do with like mating purposes and selecting the right partner. So I actually found the video that talks about this. So this is pretty much the description, what indeed the death spiral is.
If you ever see 2 eagles spiraling together in the sky, understand this, it's not romance yet, it's a test. Eagles perform this incredible ritual during mating season, known as the death spiral. In this ritual, a male and female eagle climb to extreme heights in the sky. Suddenly, they lock talons or grip each other's wings and begin spinning downward at terrifying speed. This isn't play, it's a strength and trust test. Each bird is judging whether the other is strong enough to surf, succeed and hunt, and protect future offspring. At the very last moment, they must release each other before hitting the ground. A single mistake can be fatal. Only pairs that successfully break apart in time pass the test and become lifelong partners. What makes this even more fascinating is that eagles usually mate for life.
You know what's crazy? Referring it to people, right? Like, especially women, right? I mean, it goes both ways, right? Men and women, right? But yeah, there should be something like this in nature for us humans, right? To actually tell if the right person, if the person that you're with is the correct person for you. Even in nature, there's things like this that they do to make sure that the partner they're selecting is the right one.
Once bonded, they return to the same nest every year, repairing and expanding it together. Some eagle nests become so massive over time that they weigh more than a car. For eagles, love isn't about beauty or sound. It's about strength, timing, trust, and survival. If you ever see...
Here, let's go to the comments of the other video to see what people were stating. So just looked up what the death spiral is, how beautiful. Yeah, it really is. Knowing what a death spiral is getting to see what in person, and truly jealous that this is a magnificent and beautiful, no other way to describe it. Congratulations on attending their wedding. Yeah, pretty much that's what it is, right? They selected each other. Crazy that would be their way of marrying each other. Oops. Yeah, let me see. Animals are so much cooler than us and they don't even try. Yeah, insane. Though I think we've talked about here dolphins. We've talked about falcons and not falcons, crows. Yeah, freaking, we know so little. Well, at least the common person knows so little about animals and their potential, right? I mean, I'm sure scientists and people that study these animals know all these things, right? But like this, like my whole life, I have never heard of this. Watercolor painting I made inspired by this. Insane. Yeah, freaking cool. So I just wanted to share that fact in case you have never heard of the death spiral of egos, but I just thought it was interesting to share. So yeah, let me go ahead and do a quick little ad to encourage people to join the members. Once again, I'm down to, I need right now, I don't need, right? But I would like to get to 10 members here to the channel. So far, I think we have 5. Once we do 10, I'll remove the number here that I have here, and it'll only be for members. And then we will do like private live streams, so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and play that video, and then we'll continue with the stream. Oi Nomás family, we officially launched the YouTube memberships. If you've been rocking with the channel, supporting the lives, watching the episodes, or just showing love in the chat, this is for the real ones who want to help build something bigger. By joining the memberships, you'll get special loyalty badges next to your name in the live chat and comments, so everybody knows you're part of the inner circle. You'll also unlock custom emojis that only members can use during the live streams. But one of the biggest perks, we're going to be doing private members only live streams where you can actually join in, be part of the show, talk with us live, and vibe with the community in a more personal setting. And for those private streams, you won't need to worry about being clipped up and uploaded all over social media without your permission. Those streams are for the members, for the community, and for the genuine conversations. This is the start of building something deeper than just viewers. We're building a real movement and a community around Oi Nomás Podcast. So if you want to support the channel, unlock the perks, join the private lives, and be recognized as part of the foundation, hit the join button below and become a member today. Much love to everybody rocking with us. Let's keep growing, and thank you all for the support. Oi Nomás Podcast. All right, so the next video we're going to get into, this video was sent by one of the members actually, and this is very, very interesting video. So here it's why are highly aware children being diagnosed more often. So once again, why are highly aware children being diagnosed more often? Let's get into it.
So why do you think that highly sensitive and spiritually aware children are being diagnosed at such an alarming rate?
Yeah, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of frequency. So their 4th, 5th, and 6th stranded DNA, which is their soul, is already online because they're on a service contract to humanity, right? Their sensitivity is a gift. They can literally sense frequencies that 90% of humanity cannot sense. So when they tell their mom, I'm feeling this, and their mom can't feel it, then their mom, which has been programmed into the system, says, oh, wow, my child is hearing things. My child is seeing things.
Okay, so what he said is that naturally a lot of these kids, a lot of these children are connected to the source, to the universe, to the spiritual realm, right? But when they start telling their parents like, oh, I'm able to see this, I'm able to hear this, or I see these things, right? So the parents get a little bit worried and they end up going to some sort of specialist.
Oh no, and the parent agrees with the system. and they take them to the psychiatrist, and the child is sitting there saying, I'm feeling these things, I'm seeing these things, and the psychiatrist is like, oh wow, they're having hallucinations. Oh wow, auditory hallucinations. And they put them on these mind-numbing medications, which over a period of time shuts down their third eye.
Yeah, there you go. So pretty much what he said, right? And so after being diagnosed, oh, you're seeing all these different things that don't exist, right? So you have this condition. So here, just take this, so you no longer have to go through that, right? And what this gentleman stating is that eventually, all that that gift that these children have eventually ends up getting some sort of blockage, and they no longer have this gift that all of us as human beings, we come into this world with all these gifts, but unfortunately we're conditioned to not be fully aware of the potential that we have as human beings,
so that they can actually function in a sick system. But it's not them that's sick, it's the system that's sick.
Yes, I agree.
And over
it's the system that's sick.
a period of time, they become numb and have side effects, and the psychiatrist gives them more medications. And then that medication eventually stops working, and then they give them a second medication. And over a period of time, they get so numb, almost like a zombie. Literally, eventually, they end up in a psychiatric hospital, which is like almost like a prison, and they're traumatized from this. And I used to go to these hospitals and see these children, and literally, some of these kids are literally on service contracts to humanity. They're empaths, they can sense frequencies, and they're here to help humanity. But
yes,
the system cannot recognize them. In fact, it labels them and diagnoses them, and it puts them in.
And guess what? Now they have a customer for life, right? Why? Because they've been diagnosed with such prescriptions.
In psychiatric hospitals, it locks them up.
So why do you think that highly sensitive and spiritual?
Yeah, so there was another video that I saw that a lot of these kids with such gifts, right? They would actually go. A lot of them that had these gifts would actually meet up. They would meet up at a specific location spiritually, like, well, I think it was when they were sleeping or something like that, and they would actually be able to communicate. And a lot of these kids actually have gifts that whenever, let's say, the mom is going to tell them such things, or let's say, for instance, if she's cooking a meal, the kid already knows what the mom is cooking without them even being told what's going to be, what dinner's going to be, right? So there's a lot of these kids with gifts, but unfortunately, like this gentleman stated, it's the system that's sick, and we have forgotten of our true gifts, that are true God-given gifts. And or at least psychiatrists and a lot of doctors, my opinion, right, they treat it as if this is something bad. But it's just that society and the social construct has not been like so receptive about this, and it's very, very unfortunate. Let me see what the comments stating for this one. All right, so those are Indigo kids, full of light, hold high frequency. I have one. I'm also autistic. Yeah, so that's actually one, right? They say that autistic kids are super, super gifted. I forgot the name of the podcast, but there's a podcast dedicated specifically for that talks about that all these kids go and meet up in another realm, and they talk with one another. Let me see what this replies. You are probably the indigo and your child is a crystal. If I'm not mistaken, indigos came in the late 70s, 90s, and crystals are after 2000. Is there a good place I can look more into this? Lotus come on describes the different waves, volunteers. My daughter is 12 years old, just been diagnosed with ADHD. I refuse to medicate her. I refuse to medicate her. She's really spiritually sensitive. She reads my mind at times. Exactly what I just said, right? They are so gifted that they're connected to their mother, right? And the thing is with this too is that they're so freaking connected to the spiritual realm that it's so weird for us, right? Well, at least for the majority of the population. As an adult who was recently diagnosed, I wish I would have been treated when I was younger at minimum therapy or something to help me identify my weakness that neurotypical don't have so I can work on those as a child instead as an adult, which is almost impossible. I'm taking stimulants and it makes me feel normal. Actually be able to focus and not be irritable. Yeah, that's the thing too, that a lot of our society, we're not used, or we haven't set up our society for these kids, unfortunately, or for people that have this, right? And now with ADHD, the thing is, I think more and more kids or people are being diagnosed with these type of symptoms or these cases, right? But the thing is, like, the whole school system, I think it's such a flop, right? In the sense that you have kids, right? Kids have so much energy that you're trying to sit them behind the desk for X amount of hours, just receiving information over and over, right? When in reality, like, how are kids going to be diagnosed of something because they have so much energy that they refuse to be still in a chair for X amount of hours, right? When technically, by nature, they should be utilizing all this energy, running around, exploring, getting used to their body. Like, they have so much energy, but yet they want them to be behind the desk, just receiving information over and over. And it's just, I don't think it's right at all. Hopefully, man, it's so tough, right? Because unfortunately, society now, the way that it's been shaped, it makes it hard, right, for like homeschooling and things of that sort. But a lot of the things that the modern school system, I don't agree with. So here I do see Jacob Z52. What is the homie talking about? So we just watched a clip right now of highly aware children being diagnosed more, right? And what that is just kids that have gifts. A lot of us have gifts, right? That usually they get diagnosed with certain symptoms, but in reality is that they're probably more gifted and connected to the spiritual realm. So that's what we're getting into right now. Super, super interesting that a lot of these cases, I want to remember what the name of that podcast is, but let me see if I can pull it up, just in case you guys have never heard of this. I forgot the name of it. Oh, okay. It's called the Telepathy tapes or something like that. I think let's watch this clip right here.
I started listening to this new podcast, and it is...
Yes. You mean like kids with ADHD? Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about right now. So we're talking about that all these kids, ADHD, that's one, right? But there's other, symptoms that kids have. But unfortunately, our society hasn't been built to really understand, or society hasn't been set up for them to really understand what's going on, right? And they get diagnosed with, some sort of freaking pills, and they eventually their third eye gets blocked after so much medication.
Is blowing my mind. It's called the Telepathy Tapes. She is doing this podcast based off this study that children with autism and nonverbal autism have telepathy.
What?
It's the wildest thing, dude. So she got in contact with this doctor, and she's like, okay, well, I gotta study this. And so she put like her credibility on the line, right? Because it's like, that sounds a little crazy. But she did this test, brought in hundreds of kids that were claimed to have this ability, nonverbal. And what they would do is they would put a parent in another room, the child in another room, and they would show something on the screen, whether it was a number, a picture, a color. Then they would go and the nonverbal kid would communicate on like an iPad or something. And they're 95% accurate. But apparently it's a phenomenon. Like a ton of autistic nonverbal kids somehow have this gift of telepathy.
How is that possible?
Gosh. I don't know.
That just confirms that it legitimate is a superpower. That's just like real. There's just more you look into it. Like it really is interesting.
I started listening to this new podcast.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what we were talking about. So it's called the telepathy tape. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're talking about now. It's pretty insane that we as of right now, or at least the doctors and everybody that's in the big pharma, they want to prescribe kids, right? Because they end up being recurring customers over and over, especially if they're prescribed for life. So here, let me pull up this comment. I always felt like I was one of those kids, to be honest. I've been feeling more and more annoyed at how secular everyone around me is. Have you ever experienced anything like, I guess, paranormal or anything of that sense? I know a lot of these kids are more connected to the spiritual realm and all of that. So if you have any incidents like that, let us know. That'll be interesting to hear, or why you feel like that, to be honest. That's cool. Never really talked to anybody that feels like they've not necessarily been diagnosed, right? But yeah, let us know. That's interesting. ¿Quieres salir, Teddy? Córrele, ve a salir. My dog is trying to get out. But yeah, if you do have any stories or anything, let us know. And in the meantime, I'll be going into the next videos or topics that I was going to have scheduled here. This one's crazy. The first clip we were talking about how AI was being used as an attorney for a traffic stop, right? But this one it's already happening in the sense that it's affecting jobs. For instance, like at a factory, and this one in particular, it's a humanoid robot does a test run for 8 hours in what appears to be some sort of Amazon type of warehouse. So this robot, they placed this robot at some sort of Amazon type warehouse, and they gave it a test for 8 hours to see how it would perform. And check this out. So right here, this humanoid robot was meant to do a test run for 8 hours. It is 100% running on its own, making its own decisions. The goal was to make sure that the parcel's on the belt with the label facing down. 78 hours later, it's still going, 0 errors. Rate, the feature is coming in quick. This is insane. So one thing is to be replacing the, maybe like it gives you different like things that you're searching for online, maybe help you do designs through the computer. Like I stated, at times I use AI and ChatGPT for my graphics for my podcast. As I stated, as soon as I'm done with the stream, I take my transcript and I upload it to ChatGPT, and it'll give me all my show notes. But now for it to be taking over factories, it's going to be insane. And actually, I believe they ended up doing some sort of test run against a human, and the results right now are pretty crazy. So this is the competition, this robot against a human.
10 hours, 1 humanoid robot, and 1 intern named Amy. Figure AI set up a live stream challenge called Man vs. Machine. Their flagship FO3 humanoid robot went head-to-head with a college intern sorting packages on a warehouse floor. The task was simple. Spot a barcode, pick up the package, place it barcode down on a conveyor belt. Repeat. For 10 hours straight, AIM sorted 12,924 packages. The FO3 sorted 12,732. The human won by 192 packages at 2.79 seconds per package versus the robot's 2.83 seconds.
So keep in mind, the human won, right? But keep in mind, this is only the beginning stages of AI and this humanoid robot, right? Only the beginning. Now, keep in mind, the robot doesn't have to go to the restroom, doesn't have to, it doesn't get sick. Maybe eventually it'll kind of wear and tear here and there, but it's just the beginning of things.
Nice work, man. Nice work. Here you go. This spikes.
And look at the robot. The robot was still going.
Actually overtook Amy around hour 5 when he took a bathroom break, but Amy fought back. By the end, he had blisters on his fingers and said his left forearm felt, quote, broken.
Yeah, so that's key right there. Yeah, so the human already beat this robot, right? But at what cost? Like the human is already complaining of like, oh man, blisters, I'm tired, and taking breaks, when the robot eventually it's gonna outdo the human or humans in general, right?
Figure AI CEO Brett Adcock claimed that this would be the last time humans would win in a challenge like this, of course. The company has been running live stream for over 100 hours, showcasing their latest FO3 humanoid, working autonomously while connected to Figure internal neural network Helix 2. 10 hours, one humanoid.
Yeah, this is just the beginning. So let's go ahead and pull up the comments here. Yeah, look, no health insurance, no lunch or bathroom time, no sick leave, does not complain. The robot won. So yeah, right now, technically, yeah, right. I mean, there's going to be costs for repairs and things like that, but I think it's not going to be as common as what this comment stated. But robots never get tired. CEOs watching their robots lose. Yeah, it's just a start though. The robot could go on for another 12 hours. Exactly. They see this as a win. That's really sad. It's only a win if you double or triple the work of the robot, anything close. And yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think there was a comment there of, I think the creator of this robot, that this is only one of the first experiments that they do that the robot will ever lose. So I mean, yeah, technology is moving fast, and it's coming to replace most jobs. And if you currently have a job and you guys are using AI, please let us know. I think even a lot of these fast food restaurants, right? They're already using AI to take your order, and you can see this implemented anywhere at my job, right? Fast food restaurants, people are creating full-on websites with AI, right? Just by a prompt. I'm currently doing a lot of my thumbnails. If you go back in the last couple of thumbnails, I've been using AI, and it's insane what it's creating for me. Maybe I can share some of the freaking thumbnails that it's done for me recently. Let me go ahead and share that actually. So, and maybe if you guys want prompts of what I've been using it for, you guys can go ahead and ask, but let me go look for the pictures. For instance, one of the first clips that I talked about, I actually already have the thumbnail already created. Check it out. So look, I'm actually going to be clipping this out and making a shorter clip about it, and I already have the thumbnail created for it through AI. So that's one. Let me go ahead and look at the other ones. Like I actually have one made for a vlog that I'm going to be uploading for my daughter, and check it out. Oops, what happened here? There we go. So look at that. Freaking crazy. And my daughter, obviously she wasn't doing that face expression, but it gave her that face expression, and it just made everything so YouTube ready. I ended up adding a little picture here of Mickey Mouse because this whole video was about like Disney on Ice and stuff. But look at this picture. I think it would have taken my editor hours to create something like this. Let me see what I have next. Oh, actually, another clip here that we talked about in the beginning of the stream, I already have the thumbnail for. So we talked about the first clip that we talked about was of this guy that used a ChatGPT or used AI to become its attorney for a traffic stop, and it ended up using AI, and I used AI as well to create this thumbnail. It literally took the screenshot I uploaded, and it created this freaking beautiful freaking thumbnail. So this is all being created through AI. Freaking insane. And it's only at the beginning stages. So now imagine what's going to happen next. Yeah, who knows, man? It's getting crazy out there. So I think I have, let me see. Okay, I have one more clip and we're actually getting close to the 1 hour mark. If there's any final diebacks, start thinking of those, and then we'll take it from there. So yeah, if there's any diebacks, if there's anything we should look into as far as the stream goes, please do let me know. If not, we'll be ending this here shortly. So the last and final clip, once again, it has to do with technology. And it ended up being that this person that was driving a Tesla, they caught her sleeping behind the wheel completely as the car was driving. Insane that people have so much faith and trust behind the freaking a car that's being driven on its own.
So why do you think that highly sensitive and
That's not
spiritually
it.
aware?
That's not it. That's not it. There we go. The lady was completely out. Look at that. The lady was freaking, let me see. Look at that. She's freaking probably dreaming. And the car is going freaking full blast on the road. So I don't know if this is even legal. Like I'm pretty sure I from what I know, I don't like Teslas. I don't believe in any of this, right? But I'm pretty sure from what I know, I think you're supposed to be having both hands behind the wheel. Yeah, you can let it drive on its own. But this lady is completely knocked out and the car is going like nothing, right? And man, I wouldn't be able to have full trust like this behind the freaking Tesla car. Insane. Look at that again. Look at that. Crazy. Freaking crazy. Let me see what the comments are stating with that, and we'll be ending the stream here shortly. So comments, videos de gente durmiendo en Tesla. Si no van en el autobús menos en un Tesla. Oh shit. Sorry. Yeah, so this person is saying if I'm not shy to even freaking go to sleep like on the freaking public transportation, why would I even care, or why would I be ashamed to go to sleep behind the Tesla, you know? So they're saying they're pretty much they would do it themselves. Yo tengo un Tesla y pago el servicio piloto automático, trato, pero el miedo y la ansiedad. Yeah, so this person is saying that so they have they pay for the service for Autopilot, but they're kind of, you know, they don't really trust, and their anxiety is stopping them from using this feature. But once again, I don't think Tesla allows you to go to sleep behind the wheel, right? Yeah. So yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, maybe we can look it up, and we'll end this live stream right now. After this, let me see if ChatGPT will help me out. Once again, we're using ChatGPT. Yo, what's going on, chat? I have a question for you. We're getting ready to wrap up live number 44. And we just saw a clip where a woman in a Tesla was completely asleep as the car was driving. Is this legal, or is this a feature that people that own Teslas are able to do, that completely sleep behind the wheel?
So it's definitely not legal to sleep while a Tesla or any car is driving. Even though Tesla's autopilot or full self-driving systems can handle a lot, they still require the driver to be alert and ready to take control. The system will even nag you if you aren't paying attention. If someone is caught asleep at the wheel, they can face legal trouble. Think reckless driving or similar. So yeah, not allowed at all.
That's crazy. So what's the whole deal with the autopilot?
So Tesla's Autopilot is like an advanced driver assistance system. It can steer, accelerate, brake, even change lanes, but it's not fully autonomous. It's meant to assist, not replace you. You've still got to be hands-on, ready to intervene. Tesla's working on full self-driving, but even that's still in development stages. It's like a highly skilled co-pilot. You're still the captain.
Gotcha. So technically you can do it, but you're not supposed to do it. Is that what it is? You would figure there would be features that doesn't allow you to do it, right? Maybe like having your hands placed on the wheel or steering wheel.
Exactly. It's more like the car can handle a lot, but it's designed with the expectation you're alert. In fact, there are features like the steering wheel torque sensor and camera monitoring that try to ensure you're attentive. If you take your hands off the wheel too long, it'll give warnings and eventually disengage. They've built it to assist, not let you off the hook. So any viral sleeping driver moments are people misusing it.
Gotcha.
Definitely don't.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Thank you, Oi Nomás. Chad, appreciate your help with this stream. And get ready because I'm going to send you the transcript of the live here shortly.
Sounds good. I'll be ready when you are. Let's wrap that transcript up and get those clips rolling. Whenever you're set, I'm here.
Okay, before we wrap this up, actually, give me a mantra. Give me something motivational, something for the audience here. Also referring to like something along the lines of never giving up. For instance, here for the channel, we just documented that we reached over 10,000 subscribers. We've been doing it for 4 years. So something along those lines that if you have a goal, a dream, to not give up, and it's you just never know what what's behind that door if you continue knocking, right? So can you give us a mantra for the week? Tomorrow is Monday, or anything that the audience can take positively.
All right, here's one for the week. Every knock is one step closer. If you keep knocking, you'll find the door that opens. Don't measure the journey by how long it takes. Measure it by the grit you build along the way. This week, keep knocking, keep believing, because your breakthrough might be just one knock away.
Connected to spiritually, maybe something biblically.
All right, how about this? Knock and the door will be open to you. This week, have faith that each step, each effort is seen. Trust that perseverance, guided by faith, will lead you to the door that was meant for you. Keep knocking and trust that in the right time, the door will open.
What about actually giving a verse from the Bible that references that?
Absolutely. A perfect one is from Matthew 7:7. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. Let that be the anchor. This week, keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking, and have faith that your efforts will be answered in time.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Now, for sure, we're going to end up the stream with that. Thank you, Oi Nomás Chat. And then thank you also for the audience. I think we just reached the 1 hour mark. I didn't see any further comments relating to what we just talked about. But if there is any, one last a couple, by the ways or any diebacks, let me know. If you guys enjoyed this live stream, also let me know what you like, what you would want to see. As stated in the beginning of the live stream, I am currently streaming on Kick right now. I'm streaming dual stream on YouTube, so vertically and horizontal. We're still learning a lot, but yeah, I always try to strive for the best production as possible. I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm also streaming right now on TikTok. So yeah, still learning a lot. What the heck's going on here? But yeah, with that being said, if there's no final diebacks, we stream here every Sunday, 8 o'clock. So eventually I will be streaming more throughout the week. But right now, Sundays, 8 o'clock live streams. So if there's any videos, anything that you guys would want to talk about, join the live, anything of that sort, feel free to do so. Till next time.